Star helper. Lunch, okay. Great, and one more. We are close to the end. We have like few days only left to play. And that's why I'm not in a hurry to finish it. We'll slowly go to the end. Fold here. Romixon seems tight, open 30%. Okay, we are close to the end, so we're just gonna do it slowly. Let's see, new regs. We have Dront Dodo, Mescalita, Aleximus. Mescalita, he's a reg, not a recro. Aleximus is a reg, not recro. And Dront Dodo is a reg, so we immediately find everybody here. Okay, let's see, Tavernis, 2 tablers, so possibly a reg also. Okay, just check here. He's wrapping a flush here. Let's see here. Basically all other are recross here, here, Abdenko. Yeah, basically everybody else is a recro. Okay. So I'm not sure how the stream will go from now, because I'll take a rest. Like, I'm here in Germany 10 more days and I'm coming home, so I'm gonna just take a pause also from streams. I'm not gonna stream now every day. I want to be with my family this time that I'm here. So in next 10 days we're just gonna... Jesam. Sam će doći, 5 minuta je odgoda. Okay. So I just try to enjoy this last few days that we have. I'm gonna just stream like, I don't know how much I like. Okay, let's see here, this guy. Just gonna fall to him. We can 4-bet, we can fold, but he's pretty tight against the cutoff, so I'm gonna just fold until we get into moods, until we get into some dynamics. 7-9, okay. Okay, here 3-bet. Magician. Okay, I'm just use smaller size. Fold here. Okay. Let's see what we have. Okay, it's not important. Dusty Philos. Dusty Philos is a recro. Checking here. I'm gonna bet half here. A recro also here. Okay, that's it, guys. This is all regs here. we got mark them all. Sell guy. He's to tabler. So possibly like check folding 67%. So check range in position is a lot weak because he's also c-betting very much. So when he's checking, he's mostly folding, and if he didn't hit like a turn top pair. Fold here. Queen, okay, fold here. Peter Sol is a recro. Potting, okay. Natrium is a new reg for tabler. I think this is a recross. Bazinga is also recro, I think. Yep, all of this. Beckham, Bazinga. It's everything recro. Let's see how much he opens. We don't know here. Check to Donatella. Re-raising all in, okay. To Donatella is recro. Checking here. I'm gonna bet real small here. Like I'm betting Queen X. Okay. Natrium 11. Okay, we found him. He's a new rec. True base. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Folding 67. Let's see multi how strong his betting range is. He's really strong betting range, so this is like a top pair good kicker plus. Raising here. Okay. I'm gonna bet small for the, just so we have a free showdown, and the guy will have basically everything here. Because I saw in the reads that he's pretty passive, calling like gut shots out of position flush draws, not raising them. He's wrapping a flush here. Okay. I had in the reads that he did like really passively play, and against that type of player I just can bet like really small and check the river. Basically we can get also value and protection, and ace, it's not like the ace hit him very good. He hit the ace only 2 pair, and he can have obviously flush, but he won't bluff raise. So basically that's important. That's most important in this spot. Okay, I'm gonna bet half. Bet like this here. Let's see here, middle position versus early. I'm gonna fold tens. This guy is also really tight, opening 10%. Okay. Ace 9. Maybe raising a turn here, because it seems this guy will bet on also like a king X. Okay, he didn't have it, but maybe he will, and that's the problem. He's gonna bet king X on the turn and check the river, so we are missing a value, but he didn't have a hand, so it's okay. I'm gonna bet here, check. He's basically having really tough time here to find the 2 pair, so I'm gonna overbet here. We have like ace king, we have 4 kings and aces. I'm gonna bluff with 3s. Have here. Okay. Pretty interesting spot here. Okay, we flopped really strong against few recros. I'm gonna bet small. Usually I don't do this, but when you have like 2 recros, I think it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna overbet here. Fold there. And this guy. Okay, I'm gonna check. I think we want to call mainly here. When we think about our range, we're gonna bet over pairs. Okay. Seven, 8 here. Checking. Okay. And I was thinking like next few days, I'm gonna definitely have shorter sessions. I'm gonna forbet here. Call here. Fold to shove. Okay. Calling forbet. Two pair. Okay. 1/3 here. Betting all our range. Pretty 2 9s are good because it's a lot less likely that he has 9s, and that's okay. I didn't want to bluff here with in this spot with, and the guy wanted to go to a check raise, so, or check call, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have like shorter sessions now because we mainly have like a few days to play more, so I don't want to kill myself. I just want to play shorter sessions and play whenever I like. So today I started at 2 a.m. because I got home now. So basically there won't be any more order. Now I'm just gonna play whenever I can and finish the sessions like whenever I want to. Okay, let's see how much he check folds on the river. Okay, 2/3, king high. I'm gonna bet it. Here I will call. He's folding 60%, so it's better to 3-bet him a little bit more polarized, like 7-9 suited stuff. 22%. I'm gonna fold here. King 10. Let's check fold. Check call. I mean, check fold. Check call. Betting really big. Okay, I'm gonna bet now. Calling here. He's folding a lot, so I'm using smaller size. I mark him also as a nit. We're calling here. Folding a really tight guy. We should also we could maybe also fold. He never until now squeezed in a lot of hands, so Kreptic, Recro guy. He had 8-5 against us in that hand. Checking here. And raising. He was going for bigger size, so when he bet like this, I think we have a pretty easy raise. Stabbing, not that much. So, okay. Let's see how he reacts on our bets on the river. In position, we don't have that. We don't know that. We don't have that information. So basically, I feel his range is pairs below Jack. I'm gonna bet half. Like Jack X or pairs below Jack. That's his range. So I don't see any need to overbet there. We are against weaker range, so. EBA. Okay. Opening 26%. Folding. Also folding there. %. Checking, folding here. Gorgox is Recro. I'm just gonna check here. I don't like this, but 9x should be called. when we check 3 times. But when I see like that size, I just know they're not bluffing with that size. From the analysis that we had, they just don't bluff with that size. So, but we just can't fold 9x when the line is triple check, because if you fold 9x, you're folding 90% there. Opening here. I'm just gonna bet, not over bet or anything, just a clear bet. Check. Nice hand to check raise also. But the problem is his range is, I would say, like 8x and jack x mostly, so he won't bet a lot. So basically we are always losing, I think, with this hand. If we are not turning into bluff, and I don't know, it feels too strong. But I feel we are never winning. He's calling, he has calling range. He calls like king 8. Suited and stuff. I'm gonna check raise. Ace jack, I will call. Check raise here. Call. Call with the ace 10. Give up here. We are basically always against overpair. So check raising here. Like having here ace of clubs, like flush draw with ace, is like a pure check raise. Betting pretty big. And basically I would go with like a ace deuce, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5 of clubs. That's our best bluffs. Have gut shot blocking ace 10. Maybe turning also some jack 10 into bluff is okay. Also we have like jack of clubs outplayed the same way, so we have like 9-10 suited, we have jacks here also. Okay. Only call here, I think. 10%, 12. Okay. Just calling here, not check raising with the ace queen. We're check raising like ace 3, ace 4, ace 5 suited. This is like too strong and it's just a call. Okay. His range is like 8 plus. In this spot, he's gonna have like ace jack, he's gonna have like king queen, so I'm not gonna turn the ace queen into bluff. He'll also have like 7-8 suited that he'll probably check behind turn. If he's betting here, I think he's probably wrapping like 7-8 suited. Because he would bet over pairs. He would maybe check some aces, but he has king queen, so when he's like reopen betting here, he's wrapping aces like and 7-8 suited. So and I suddenly folded ace 7 on the button. Mr. Tipster, thank you, man, for saying that. Yep, first 10k we had the 2 sessions with the delay problems where we had delay 2 minutes and people could see our hands, so it's okay. but we just can't cut out those hands. I mean, it is like it is. Okay, falling here. This guy seems tight, he didn't do anything. And falling also here. Let's see what will happen there. He's not c-betting at all. Okay. It's not at all, it's 38% out of position. Against us it's 67%. Okay, good hand. I'm just gonna make a quick pause. I had a lot of I drink a lot of water, so you will need to excuse me a few times probably. Okay, sit out, sit out, sit out, sit out. Next hand, and check here. Okay, I'm just gonna make it briefly. Hello. I want also to say that we changed some things. For example, I decided like when I was going through hands, I saw like many spots where I called and we are just like having pure bluff catcher, and that was spot there where I wouldn't bluff ever. So really nice thing is that I decided to fold in the spots where I wouldn't bluff. So this size looks really weak to me. We don't have anything about this guy, but usually my impression when they bet that size, they're usually very weak and they have like, I don't know, nothing. Or per he would definitely, I think, bet bigger. We don't have anything about Mescalita. So basically I decided that it's best fold in spots where I wouldn't bluff. So, and also I think very important thing is to change our c-bet strategy, because it's hard to exploit with 1/3 when you're playing against unknown field. Okay. Betting big. Falling here. So definitely we've changed some things, and we should have done that from the beginning. I was just a little stubborn and stuff. Also, I got the GTO ranges for every possible situation. I wasn't like I got that like also before, like, I don't know, 1-2 years, and I look at it but I forgot it, and I just wanted to see because of the zoom here, the like pure GTO ranges from every spot. Definitely we are really tight. Especially race 15s are really tight. Let's see what we have. Albazar. Falling. Okay, so it's not important. I just want to see like how they defend, because the ranges are really tight in my opinion. Way tighter than I play. But also they're like GTO is like defending 4-5 suited a lot, 5-6 suited on 4 bets, even out of position. But like folding 8-9 suited, that's like something that was strange to me. This guy seems also tight. 23-12. Okay, I'm checking. And also he's not defending like many hands out of position in 3-bet pots. He's 4-betting a lot of like king queen suited, king jack suited stuff. But that's like against GTO ranges of 3-bets, and I think on my limit people play also really loose like me, many of them, and you will see that like 3-betting, I don't know, like 14-15%. That they don't have also call range. Like I'm talking about good regs. They're just 3-betting or folding and only having call range on the button. So when I'm like opening middle position and cut off 3-bets me, it's like 14% hands. And against 14%, like it would be suicide to fold ace jack. Okay. Again, he uses really big size here. If he bets here, he's like wrapping jack 8. He only has suited ones. And he bet like 8-9. Okay. We have a strong range now when we use this strategy, so I'm not worried. He's just overplaying his hand. We are checking here like check 9, stuff like that. This guy also seems tight. I don't know nothing about this guy. Even we have a cool hand. Let's see what will happen here. And also like opening button 41%. Stuff like that. I got that ranges a long time ago and I go through them, but I didn't never use them 100%. 11% here. He's opening 11% against us on 1k hands. Okay. I went delayed here. Checking behind flop with some nut flushes. It's okay. Four, 5 of, okay. Recro guy. King 5 call, okay. I'm folding the turn. I'm calling the river. I bet small. He can have like 10x, 10 jack, 10 queen. I like the small size, okay. Small size has been working really well. Like last sessions we were killing with the small size. Our bluffs, 3-4 bluffs were passed with the small size, so that's really great. This guy is like having how much? 60, 70% calling in the big blind versus small. Okay. J, man. Check in. Here he can have a leading range. Usually when ace hits, we'll have more ace, so he should be checking, but when it's third flush, he's gonna have more flushes, so he can basically lead without problems. Okay, I understand. Yep, it has sense. Thank you, Mike. Against cell, that seems like a nit. Check. I just don't see like what hand can he bet now and check behind. Like 12, 6, attributing 9, 10, okay. Yeah, like there's like all possible scenarios. Calling 4 bets, calling 4 bets, calling 3 bets, like every possible scenario is there. In every positions. Every position possible, and I got those like before, I don't know, a year and a half, and they were costing like 2,800. So but friends sent me that for free, and I had that like back then, but I just lost it. I just don't know where. I was going through them, but can't just go with the 19. Let's give him opportunity here to bluff. Let's see here. Okay. Four betting a lot, it seems. 2 out of 2 times here. Let's see what I have on him. Okay. Thank you, Shorty Mike. This sizing like doesn't have any fucking sense at all. it feels like ace jack with the ace of clubs or jack of clubs. Feels like that. I think we could just shove it and play our game like we did play it the last few sessions, and it was doing great for us. Okay. He's check folding a lot on the turn. Okay, I'm gonna bet here. I would bet like 8x here, so it's not any problems. We need to just tone down the size. Okay, Boras I think is a recro. Three bet. He seems opening a lot, folding, so let's do it. I should just ship those 8s because it was doing really well for us. And also, if I had like 8s there and 8s in spades, I wouldn't fold. Because that size just it just doesn't have any sense. Nishikori. Recro. Yep, he's a recro, okay. I should maybe fold the turn with 8s. I think we could just fold there. But it's reckless and we just don't know basically anything, so Jack 6 fold, okay. Matthew is also I think a fish. Okay, I'm gonna call here. Having 2 fishes on blind, it's okay. Checking. Also guy seems tight. Queens, we're gonna call. I'm gonna forward it. Really bad flop. Like the worst. I'm just gonna give up. The guy here had ace queen, but we didn't have any stats, so I didn't want to forward it. I would usually forward it, but the guy was like first 3-bet, 200 hands. So okay, I folded. I mean, I just call it. And he did play like ace queen really strange. He checked the turn, bet small on the flop, checked the turn and checked the river. That's just showing like the way they play deep. Lefty seems like a reg. But he's not. Both reckless. I couldn't do it on time. I didn't label the other guy here. Kara did heal. Okay. Folding. Three eight fold. King Jack. Ace Jack fold. Ace Jack open. Fold. Okay, here. I'm gonna check fold this. He stepped 2 times with the top set once. Folding a lot of delay, so he would bet Queen X, he would bet here. He's wrapping a tens, and he can have tens because I mean, I'm not sure he can have it. 5, maybe he can. We basically don't have anything, but checking here. Nice river. Look at this guy, stabbing with the 6x here. And I mark him as a reg, or I didn't mark him at all, but he's two-tabler. Stab on the turn doesn't have sense, he hit the river. River that he shouldn't hit at all. That's why I said nice river. It seems every time I say that nice river, it goes to shit. Ace 10 call, okay. Float this. Again, full of unknowns. full. So basically we will be full of unknowns until the end. There is no sample we can get. $39%. This guy's open king 9 off. Basically anything. Okay. He's gonna probably have like, I don't know, ace 5 off plus. Let's see how he plays. But look at this, like c-betting only 18% multi-way. But here I think when the fish is, I'm gonna dunk here. He's definitely not betting Jack X multi-way. And I would call like every Jack X. I have fish here. It's not fold. Crosby. Crosby is a reg, two tabler, maybe not a reg, I don't know. Nice flop. I'm gonna bet a turn here. Really nice. I think two barreling is the... He's calling like button versus early. He doesn't have many king X. I don't think he's calling like king queen. Bet 1/3 here. This guy called the 3-bet. We just don't know what type of range he could have. I'm just gonna play it like it's 3-bet, but that's it. Yeah, definitely. I think double barreling there with most of our range, and if he's shoving, we just can't fold 10 because his range doesn't have many king X. Sevens, we're basically losing from sevens, and like suited kings like king jack, king 10 suited. He's gonna have like queen 10, jack 10 suited, stuff like that. So I wouldn't fold on the river just because we are losing against so few combos. Peter Poker here, okay. He's a recro, so he can have like deuces and threes. Real nice turn. Betting bigger. We are always calling here, so we are blocking ace 3 suited, and that's like probably the only one ace he's gonna have. Only 3x that he's gonna have, so he's gonna have also floats with like king jack of the club. So really, I think bad hand to shove. It's like super easy call on the turn and call on the river, and if you're shoving that, then your calling range is weak. So I don't think he should be shoving there ever. With ace queen suited, it's so strong hand and basically not beating our value range. We are betting like king queen, but we have like kings and aces, and we don't have like all combos of king queen. So there are 3-betting UTG, so we're gonna have much more kings and aces than king queen, and then like ace queen is like turning into some bluff, semi bluff, and I don't think he should be doing that. It's like clear call with a flush draw, and of course clean call on the river. I mean, this is a fish. Really, really bad. Recro here. I should probably check behind with the spades, not without it. This was a mistake. It was a bet. Really, really good range. Real good flop for us. Really bad, I think, for him. His range is wide. He's gonna have a lot of, I don't know, pairs, a lot of ace-4 suited, a lot of king-9 suited, 6-7 suited and stuff. So I should have bet there. And maybe check like with a spade there. If I want to check that type of hand, we need to bet 1/3 because okay, really nice turn. He's not full on the 100 blinds and seems tighter. Maybe opening like, I don't know, 16%. This guy is 3-bet a lot of times. We're just gonna start with this. He 3-bet us a couple of times, squeezed, also in only like few hands. So basically, really nice spot. I don't like this. Three bet here, 3-betting small blind a lot, it seems. Okay, calling here. I think we should be betting most of the range here. Hand queens here blocks ace queen, but we'll look really, really weak here. And I don't know if he can check like 9-10 suited. I don't know, pick 5-6 suited, 4-5 suited, and stuff like that. And I'll bluff with those one. I think queens are really good because you block ace queen, and I think our also range is like tens here. We're gonna fold tens and nines, which I think it's bad. We're gonna have like some ace-x hands, like I don't know, ace-6 suited or stuff like that. I'm gonna fold. I don't know the guy. That's the only reason I'm folding. And also I don't know if you like shove the flush draws just on the turn. Like that's also a possibility. Even like queens are way better than other hands that we're gonna have in this spot. But also we have like I would have part of ace jack and ace 10. So ace queen suited, just a clear like value 4-bet, and ace king, and we have so many aces, so it has sense only to have a like almost bet range on the flop, and on the turn we're gonna have like those problems with nines, tens. We're gonna check them. So okay, I'm gonna bet here. Big blind versus button. He didn't show. He did 3-bet us with, I don't know what he used. He used something funny. Okay. This just doesn't have any sense. Just doesn't have any sense at all. I feel like we are definitely. He's like wrapping jacks. I don't know, but he can have like 8 and 10s. If I have like just knowing anything from the player, I would so love to click call there. It just doesn't have any sense. He checked twice. We delay bet the turn. He's like wrapping a set there. I just feel like this was a bluff. If only I had more time here to think it over. I don't care, like he's putting all in. I just don't fucking care because it's like not. It just doesn't have any value hands here. He's check raising part of fours, part of sevens to build a pot. He's not doing it because I'm gonna have like jacks here. I'm gonna bet the jacks and check the river here. Okay, I'm not gonna check the river on the jack, but I'm gonna check the river on the queen or king or 10 or 5 or any other hand. Like I'm gonna check like here queens and kings. He just can't expect us here to go for the bet on the river. I just feel this was a bluff. I really feel like that way. Paul Richard, thank you, man. I really feel we were bluffed here. 38% against us, okay. I just really feel it was a bluff. It doesn't have sense because our check bet frequency will be so low there, incredibly low there. So because you have like so much like tens, kings, queens, all that hands wants to check the river. I'm only betting them to have a free showdown. We're gonna have like low aces also, So he just can't expect there to go for the bet on the river. I mean, he's a recro, but this feels like a bluff. It feels like eights that he's like trying to rep like 8-10. Because what is he shoving? We have jacks there. I'm not folding jacks. I don't care. He shoved. I'm not never folding jacks. If he has like 8-10 suited, okay. But we are not folding jacks ever. So it just doesn't have any sense there. That's the problem. It just doesn't have any sense. I was thinking about bluffing, but he's gonna have like also all ace X and the hearts, and like that's like all white. Ace deuce, ace three, ace four, ace five, and he can also have like ace of hearts in his hand. So I just don't feel it's a bluff. Okay. Lefty is also like, it seems like a recro fish. Definitely feels like that. I'm just gonna take here what he gives, and that's it. We checked the twice king to fold on the river against unknown. It just can't happen. I'm gonna go like 24 here. Big blind versus cutoff. Maybe we can, until the end of the challenge, get this chest. This chest should be like a bomb, I think, because you need to collect, I don't know, like 3,000 points or more. So I expect in this chest, like, I don't know, one to $2 million. I mean, like 300,000 points. I'm collecting like 10 days or even more, like 2 weeks this. So basically I'm expecting miracles from this. Miracles. I'm just gonna go all in here. so many 7, 8, 8, 10. Just gonna shove all of this and get it done. Clooney, thank you, man. On good luck. Do you think it's possible to reach around 6 8? I don't know, man. You're asking the wrong person. I just don't play Zoom. I don't know. BB's here. I just don't know. I think like everything should be possible. I know a guy that has like 26 BBs on 888 poker, so anything should be possible. And he has like that long term, so I think anything should be possible. He's falling turn a lot even now, so I just don't need to overbet. Even this guy's calling a little looser. He can have like maybe ace 3 off in the range because he called 4 5 and 5 6 off, so he can have that. When somebody's falling that much on the turn, I would say his range is like 9x or like 4 6s 7s. He has even 3x. I thought that he could have like ace 3, even ace 3 off. I'm glad we didn't overbet there. This is mistake. Like king 6 is okay, but not this. Martin, I think, is also record fish. Yep, he is. Here, I'm just gonna bet small. So 10, okay. Opening really low on the ETG. 5%. It's like 340 hands, but still, we can assume he's tight. Okay, guys, now we're being discouraging here. Definitely discouraging. You're telling me I'm gonna get 50. I'm gonna I would bet I'm gonna get more. Like 50, it's like we are just working so hard to get it. It can't be like that. I think it will be like at least 100. At least. I'm gonna open it until the end of the challenge and we're gonna see. But I remember, Clooney, what you said, man. I remember what you said, and when you said it, I was just thinking that you were being like trying to be funny or stuff. But it seems now that I see it, you are definitely right there. Okay, check 6 8 ace 5. Okay, one bet. Ace queen is definitely our best call here. Definitely our best. If he bets, I'm shoving here. I'm gonna just shove here. Turning like 5s and 6 into bluff. Clooney is being really funny. If you stack a fish, instead of 100 blinds, you get a chest, and you get in the chest like $5, and we would be still playing. Like it's okay. I mean, I don't like that option. All in. I really don't like it. It just doesn't have like poker is not playing like that, in my opinion. You play like to lose or to win or to get bad beat or give bad beat. You just don't play like that. I mean, that's my opinion. Like you want to cash out your equity. Well, why? There's no like that, man. There's no cashing out. Can you cash out on the table? No, you don't. So you can cash out here, and that would be like I would make that rule. No cashing out. I mean, you come to play, not. But even I think that can have sense when you run real bad, and then You just take like every time you take it, and when you run real good, you just don't take it. Instant call with the queen. Okay, he probably knew he was gonna get the queen. Okay. He did stab every time. We got really good turn. He's gonna have like, I don't know, if he's stabbing everything, he's stabbing 8x also. Okay, I'm glad I give up there. I don't like that date, especially if we think that he's gonna stab us 8x. Because now are we like betting ace king? I mean, we should bet like ace king against normal stab range. And I wouldn't shove there, I just would bet normal. Okay, pot size. Really low squeeze. Welsh guy, and we have JJ TKGB. Ruina. Recro. Hit the 7, okay. Annoying, but okay. Falling. Quick break, guys. Quick break. Rec. Okay. Quick break. I warned you at the start of the stream that we're gonna have few breaks more than usual. It's insane. The guys, what you're saying in the chat is insane. Insane. I'm here. Okay, but here. Two six. Lakungen, I don't know what he is. He's two tabler. I just know that my friend, and I said that on the beginning of the stream, got $2,500 from the platinum chest, and once more he got 2,000, and he's winning player. So something is strange then. He just told me uh, it was a platinum chest, and he just told me. So I was always like wanted to hit that platinum chest, but here I see it's like something. It looks like nothing special. I want to hit that platinum. I'm just gonna check against fishes. K-Tab. Let's see what we have on him. Hmm. Okay, a bet here. Hmm. He had queen 7 off. Queen 9. This guy looks also real tight. I think we have like all 7 X's. Maybe 3 exit. Oh, this guy cold calls 3-bet. 11%. He cold called the 3-bet with 6-7 suited. He probably has weak range when he cold call. Yep, he immediately folded. Okay. Calling here. He was smaller size. Now he's using a really big size. I mean, he's wrapping like ace king here. It's too big of the size on the river. I think he would bet like half, maybe not, or bigger on the flop, on the turn. Crosby, it seems to be a rag, and he used like that size. I don't know, maybe he is a rag. Crosby is suddenly three tabling. Okay, he's three tabling now, and he four bet like we three bet and he four bet like 5x. He's not folding at all, but he is folding a river, so it means he's not stabbing a lot, so it means his range is a little bit stronger, like having big top pairs or middle top pairs. What did I turn on now? That's the question. I agree with Mr. Tipser about the law. In Croatia, just the betting sites they have a really big monopoly, and they can like do whatever they want because they are in they're working with the state, so did he small blind here? No, he was big blind. Yep, I think I didn't see like stats, I just showed there. But Like preflop he's tight, postflop he's spewy, but preflop he's tighter. I'm not gonna do anything. Okay, let's call. K-tab is in the blind. Having a strong hand. Like ace queen sometimes. Block it. Okay, he's gonna bet ace-x with a bigger size, so we're just gonna block it. Cutoff versus like 8% fall to forward a lot. Okay, against this size, I'm okay with it. Now it's question: does he have like ace jack off? Because he's falling so much on a four bet in these positions. But maybe it's a sample issue. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's like three betting hand like ace queen plus, and has like suited connectors and stuff. Interesting here. I will go like this. Okay. I think we should lead the river. I'm glad I didn't, but I think we should. We just have like more. He's having the turn, basically wrapping queen x. We are calling many ace-x. We should lead the river. Lead the river, I meant. 5-6. Queen Jack, King 5. Okay. 4x, thanks. When it's 4x, we can just easy fold. So, making our life much easier. Six, 7, okay, this guy is Recro. I think this is really nice river, so for a bluffs, really good one. I'm gonna check here. Check raising. I'm gonna shove here. I think we look really strong in this spot. Okay. I thought he has like a pair here. Like, I don't know, 5, 7, so like 8x. Or maybe like a 9, 10. Because when the fish is here and he's not betting the flop. Okay. Here is also a strange spot. I like the play with ace 4 because we look really strong. We want to go for a check raise because if, like with our strongest hands, we want to go to a check raise because somebody will bet in this spot when they go check check check. This guy will bet. This guy will bet. We have like a perfect trap, and I check raise there. He's now delay betting, and I felt like he can maximally have like threes here, and like on the river, I think it's really good play, but okay, we were called there. I'm gonna go for 4 bet. Check. 3 betting a lot, so whenever he bet big, he had it, and he would like bet I think bluffs on the turn a lot. And check here. That's also the read I had on him, so he's gonna stab a lot with the bluffs. Okay, call here. He has toned down. Which I don't understand. What he reps here? He reps straight plus, right? He should bet bigger, or he's like afraid of the flush. That's the reason why he toned down, maybe. Look at this. It's really, really low what I have reads about him. Okay. Okay. No, I'm just playing with the big size now, Mr. Tipster. I'm just playing with the higher c-bet size and lower c-bet frequency now. This is gross. I'm not mixing, I'm just using bigger sizes. I just completely throw out 1/3 now. And I like that now a lot because for the zoom it's just much better like this. I don't care I bluffed the wrong guy. I don't know the guy, but I think we played hand. Okay. I see repping with 3x here. He's stabbing. I think king x here, so he's basically repping 3x. There's no like, I mainly don't know anybody here, so there's no like wrong guy to me. We're just in the pot. The spot was good, so we are just looking really strong there. We are looking really strong because with our strongest hands, we just want to check raise there, and that's like the main issue there. Cuckoo donkey here. Really strong range it seems. Should be checking, I think. Pattern for his range. He's betting again, okay. I don't understand the play again. Just don't. I'm gonna check raise here. LBC believer. Two tablers, so we don't know. Maybe reg, maybe not reg. We don't know. Three betting there. Maybe I am bluffing the wrong guy, but I think it's just a really good spot for this because I would really want to check raise there with a flush, and I would expect a delay bet or a step with a fish. So we just really we would just need to look really strong in that spot. And his range, I thought it's like top threes, like, but he's gonna have like pairs. So you see that he had jacks. He's gonna have even lower pairs, or like 9x, or I don't know, ace 8 suited. So can we really bet ace x here? I think we can. So okay. XMF is asking me why it's better bigger size on the flop. Because just from the strategic sense, because you're playing mostly recross, and you use smaller size is all about exploiting your opponents, and to exploit it with smaller size you need to know how opponent reacts on the smaller size. So you will need to know what he's floating, is he like not floating enough and stuff like that, if he's not check raising enough, and that you just don't know here in the Zoom because you don't have samples. So I usually bet 1/3 because I know how my opponents react. I know what they're check raising against that size. I know whether they're floating against that size. But here you just know, so you don't know. So it's much easier than to play a bigger. It's much better to play bigger size and have a check back range and stuff like that. You also like want to play with check range. I just feel it's much better. Check call here. Okay, I'm gonna bet like we're betting king x. We're gonna have like all ace kings, so we're gonna bet like that. I think when I change to bigger size, it's much easier for me to play. It's much easier to put them. Like I would immediately know what guy will float, what guy won't float. But on 1/3, you just need to know exactly what he will check raise, exactly what he will float. Then you can like make exploits. But here on the zoom, it's much harder to do it. So it's much better to use bigger size and play from that. It's like my opinion. Maybe I'm not correct there. So, but I can tell you, for me, it's much better like this. One third is all about exploit. Like 1/3 is pure exploit play. There's like few possible spots where you can exploit the guy. First, you can exploit the guy by if the guy is just overfolding. If he's overfolding, then you can do it. Then you can exploit him if he's not check raising enough, because then you realize a lot of equity with the hands you have. Then I'm gonna raise here. Okay. Then you can exploit the guy by because he's not check raising enough, and you exploit equity. That's what I said. And then you can exploit the guy if you just know what he will float. If you know his floats, you will know which turn is bad for him, and you can just exploit him by that, or you can exploit him by just knowing which turn is good for him and which turn gets his like floats and stuff like that. So it's all about exploit, and you just can't do it here because you just don't know you just don't know your opponents. He's falling 64%, so really high fold. I'm gonna go for check raise. Okay, I'm just gonna bet now. So basically that's the point of all. If you know your opponents, it's much better 1/3. And in the Zoom, you just can't know anybody. Like we are playing a month, we don't know anybody. We know like few racks and that's it. And the pool is so it's just much better to use bigger size. And there's also a lot of records and a lot of fish. It's just much better to use, in my opinion, bigger size than smaller one. And smaller one you can use like in 100 BBs games, your normal games where you know your opponents. Then like it's really good to use 1/3. Okay. This guy is always checking in a 4-bet pot when he's playing against us. Always. I just want to see he bets so I can raise, because it seems like his raising range is... His betting range is like then full of bluffs. Okay. Let's just check here. Again. I didn't want to turn ace king into bluff against unknown guy. He did step for protection. Okay. I mean, stuff like that are really important, and it really affects your game and your win rate. So I think that is like really clear. We just don't need to call. I mean, we can just fold to this size. I mean, I just don't. I would just 4-bet or fold. what I want to play all for, but against this, I just want to have a calling range. Like that's like almost 7x. And we can do like pretty well against that. He doesn't want us to call, okay, we won't call, and that's it. I'm gonna use bigger size here. But here. We want to have a check shove in this spot and just go shove here. We saw that he did exactly the same thing with the smaller pair where he checked behind the turn. Then I feel like he's a captain. We are uncapped when we check because we want to check a lot in that SPR. We want to check a lot. So don't like this size on the turn. This guy's betting really big when he on the turn when he's on the bluff. He's betting and overbetting, and he's betting really small here. I think we need to call, but against that size we need to call, but I think he's gonna be, I thought like Jack X. Okay, he did bluff. I didn't see one bluff with that size, and also I was going too hard and didn't see one bluff with that size. So maybe he can change strategy, okay. Mr. Tipster, don't reconsider. I mean, I'm doing like Magic Orange. I told him to do it, to just use 1/3 in position, but that's like when you know your opponents, when you play 100 BBs, that's perfect. But this guy's like 6% never fold to 4-bet, so I'm just gonna fold. You don't need to reconsider it, man, because I think generally 1/3 is better because people won't play good at 1/3. Definitely, they won't check crazy enough, and that's like enough for you to go 1/3. But the problem here is when you don't have sample, you just don't know what he will float. Because there's like fish that doesn't fold. I mean, I have it into my population data. I have like fish that just don't fold to 1/3 at all. Never folding, like 10 to 15% to 1/3, and then you just can't range them, and because basically they continue with anything, and then you should be like overbetting really a lot on the turn, and you don't know because some fish will do it like this, other guy will fold like 40%. It's so hard to do it on Zoom. So if you don't play Zoom and you play like normal tables, stick with 1/3. But for me, I usually like more bigger sizes and having check range because it requires more skill than this. 1/3 is like there's no like so many skill because you basically don't have check range, so there's no like many skill there. That's the problem. So if you have check range, there is a lot of skill because you need to know what you're gonna check, how your check range looks like, how you're gonna defend the turn. You need to know, will you have a raising range on the turn, many stuff like that, and you don't have that with 1/3 at all because you're c-betting everything. When you check, you're mainly gonna fold. That's it. So I would say like that. It's easier to play 1/3, requires less skill, and it's also people play against that bad. So everything you have there is there. Look at this 9%. Okay, I'm just gonna bet. We have 7-9 off, so we don't have ace queen, and we just don't, we can't bet big here. We definitely can bet big, but we can bet like this. We can bet big because we don't have the nuts. And to have orbit range without having nuts, it just doesn't work like that. Rage, I'm from Croatia. Yes, it's Balkan. It's Balkan, man. I'm Balkanian. And don't make it sound like it's a bad thing. Balkans are the best people I've met. They will help you like most time. Whenever like I was in foreign, like when you see a guy from Balkan, it will always help you. They're just really, in my opinion, they're real good people. Check raising 25%. I'm just gonna go for like this. Showing the turn. When he calls here, I know that he's weak because he would jam set over us. So when he calls, he's weak and really nice. Okay, I'm just gonna overbet here. Oh, slightly overbet. Okay. Okay, 3-betting against Nishikori. He's folding a lot, so like this. Not the greatest spot. But we need to call here tens. The guy is called for betting a lot, and he's also doing it for small blind. Look at this. I'm not folding tens in this spot. Okay, he's having, but on this board and on this turn, there's no folding tens. Especially when we saw like he's called for betting 8% of hands. That means he's gonna have ace queen, he's gonna have ace king, he's gonna have like king queen suited, stuff like that. We can just go for a timing tell. He did time. There's like no reason to time there. You just have overpair, you don't have overpair. There's no tough decision there. There is no tough decision in that spot. I'm not sure here. And also I'm not sure here. What is this guy rapping now? He's like rapping, I don't know, like ace 9. Our hand is not the greatest call, I know that. Or also he's like rapping ace of diamonds. But we know the records, they can like check that. We have guy here also. Calling here. I'm going to turn this into bluff. I think that he has some type of the spade here. I'm just gonna do it. I wouldn't fold to him ever. Like king, I'm repping like king X or ace X of spade. I would never fold to this guy, to leads, anything of that. I'm just folding bluffs because he can have like pocket tens here without anything and shove it. And he doesn't have like, he's repping only full house there, and he doesn't have many full houses, especially we have 7x there. If I'm having like any spade there that I'm betting pot, like it's king of ace of spade, it's never folding against that guy. Also like tens on that spot. I mean, I just know like how should tens play. Tens are every time a call on the turn. And the guy also doesn't know how to play. He needs to bet 1/3 on the turn. He just don't want to shove on the turn. He wants to play 3 straight game, and he's just shoving the turn because he just doesn't want, he doesn't know how to play the 4-bet pots. You want to bet there ace king, ace queen with the blockers, all that stuff. You want to bet small, and he just doesn't know. He has kings and he's just shoving it. And if I have like reads and stuff and play with that guy, I would just crush him in 4-bet pots, because he's just playing because he's not gonna shove like ace queen there. I mean, we saw guys that were like shoving against us, like their ace 10, ace jack, ace queen. We saw that, but this guy, he won't do it. But of course, we just can't fold tens because his range is like 7.5% of the call 4-bet, and he's really much betting from the small blind, also 3-betting for the small blind. So he's gonna have like ace 10 suited, ace jack suited, king queen suited, king jack suited, and he's gonna have flush draw. He's gonna shove those one. Fold here. I'm just gonna fold there. I don't have any negative emotions. I mean, I don't know you, man. How can I have negative emotions? The people can be good or bad. There's no nothing in between. Only good or bad people. Everything else is lies. And I met many good Serbian guys, so, and I was in Belgrade. I didn't have any problems. I had a backpack with the Croatian basketball team, and they didn't do anything. So I wouldn't also do anything to them in Croatia if they're like having, I don't know, like Serbian t-shirt or stuff like that. People can be good or bad. That's like the main difference between people. I'm just gonna go and jam here because he can like bet fours and check the river. And I'm gonna overbet here. Okay. Great. Let's see what the guy called. Queen 4. %. Just gonna fold. King 8, I'm gonna fold. A recro guy. Manel is also recro, I think. Manor, okay. Yep, they're all recros against. Like Just Need Fish, Lakung, and Masterfield. There's like 2 tablers, and LBC Bolivar is also. A really big delay. Let's see what I have on Lakungen. Not sure here. Folding 61, I'm just gonna use smaller size. That's it. LBC Believer is a reg, pardon me. Samajor is being really tight. I'm just 3-bet folding this against him. He did folded. I don't think he has like deuces, but he probably has like fours plus. I don't think he has like ace jack off at all, king queen off at all. Maybe he can have like king queen, but not all combos. And I don't think he's even opening ace jack against just ace jacks, but he's opening king queen, so he definitely has king queen. Okay. Let's see a 4-bet range. Is he 4-betting ace queen off? He didn't 4-bet it. Okay. I'm gonna assume that he's not doing it. We're beating like ace queen when he's turning that into bluff, and that's all. Let's see here his overbet range. He didn't have one bluff on 6 occasions. I would call normal size. Just having eights there are okay. But he just don't bluff with the bigger size. He never bluff with the overbet. And he has, like we saw, that he has king queen off, and I don't think he's folding king queen off on low size. I'm gonna go for a half here. This guy, I don't think he has like any. Let's see his squeeze range. I don't think he has like at all. He's having like best ace jack here. We can just fold that out, and he doesn't have 7x, so betting pot on the river I think can fold ace jack. Okay, let's see what the chat said. Yep, Mr. Tipser, it has. Ah, okay, I didn't understand the question. I didn't understand the question. With those guys increasing their 3-bet size a lot, do you increase your really 4-bet range? Yep, I think that's the key. Like, we don't know. I mean, basically a lot of unknowns are doing that, so yeah. Yep, I agree, Paul Richard, man. We can just have also shove range there. I'm just gonna go with the hand. This guy has 15 blinds. This is calling, so I'm just going with the hand. And we are just beating. We are not beating anymore. And we are beating again, okay. Let's see how this guy is playing deep. How much he folds. Okay, he's calling. He did call 1 out of 1 time, so it doesn't mean anything. Let's see usually how he plays. Usually how he plays in position. Okay, he seems to mainly call. Okay. Betting here. Let's see also what we know about him. I'm gonna double barrel here. This guy called us pretty light there when we overbet. We're gonna have like ace queen here. We're gonna have that have like sense to turn like queen jack into bluff. I don't think so. We want to bet like king queen here. Okay, I'm just gonna bet like this. Just want to protect the range. I don't want to overbet here. Just want to bet normal size. I want to bet king queen, so I think it's okay. Yes, Paul Richard, I agree with you. You can do it. You can do it like with pairs, with the ace king, with the queen king jack. I know that like GTO king jack suited is a shove. It's a 4-bet shove, so part of it. So you can make it like without problems. And we can just, I mean, I didn't want to do it, but it's reasonable to do it. It's really, really reasonable. Let's see how he plays deep. He's not, okay, it's 4-bet pop. 4-bet pop up. Okay, let's see here. How he plays deep. 3-betting 12.8%, but 6 against us, so I'm just calling here. Falling there. Okay, K-Tag, let's see what we have about you. Okay, he folded. We can do it, man. People, we can do it definitely. Having a shove range, we're gonna mix it. I didn't use that a lot, but we can do it. I mean, I remember it, how it needs to look like. Folding there. Let's see what we have on the yard first guy. Okay. Not the greatest river there. Three X here. And guys like low aggression. Okay. It's just funny. He's like doing that, doesn't have any sample on us. He's doing stuff like that. I'm just immediately know that he's a fish. Because you want to do it with the sense. There's like no GTO here ever in this spot, like stabbing 3x. So, and you don't know how we played, that you can like do it exploitively. So, you're just being a really big fish. I mean, you can have bluff there, I just don't care. When I have sample, he's not gonna do shit. Just bet here. He's c-betting 85%. Okay. Repping ace jack. He's basically only repping ace jack here. Example, this is the spot that I wouldn't bluff. And I think it's really, really hard to bluff. A really, really tough spot. Let's see on the river if is he having bluffs. Okay, he is. So we're gonna just call really easily. When I saw that he's like betting pot with the bluffs, there's like no way I'm folding, because Ace Jack is also c-betting with 86%, and he can hit like backdoor diamond there. I didn't see that this was a 3-bet pot here. So sick. Really bad spot. Really sucks spot here against two players. I just didn't see it. I was just playing that other hand. So bad. I think we look like, I don't know, ace king, but I wouldn't call like tens or jacks mostly. I just played this hand terribly. I don't know what to say else. Just played it really bad. I don't know. Also here, we don't know anything about the guy. It's the recro. Really weird. Guys, we're just gonna take it easy these days. We have only a few days left, so I'm gonna try to enjoy it. I mean, I also really don't care how we gonna finish it. I'm gonna give my best to finish it the best possible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give everything I have. But I don't think it's important when you like think everything that happened. I think the challenge by challenge didn't feel their purpose at all. So